But they would like to start gaining some ground in the division standings, and tonight they'll get that chance as they welcome in the Central leading Cleveland Indians next on Comcast Sportsnet. From U.S. Cellular Field in the beautiful city, Chicago, Illinois, Comcast Sportsnet presents White Sox baseball. It's Paul Konerko, Adam Dunn, A.J. Pierzynski, and the Sox as they get set to buck heads with Maniactors, Cleveland Indians. Hi, everybody, and welcome. With Steve Stone, I'm Kent Harrelson as we get set to bring you the first of this brief two-game set. As you know, the Sox just split that brief two-game series with the Texas Rangers. We got bailed out last night. Big three-run homer by Brent Morrell. Sox won that game 4-3. So the Sox trying to continue on as we took 2 out of 3 opening up the season at Cleveland tonight with Jake Peavy.
Cleveland's a different ball club than we saw. We saw them. They weren't too good. Right now they're very good and lead us by 10 games. Jake Peavy going out for the second time this year. And the first time out, the numbers didn't look good, but he threw the ball better than they looked. And hopefully tonight he'll have a little something more on the fastball. Maybe the sinker will sink more, and the slider will be a little bit sharper than it was last time out. I'm looking for that out of him tonight. Justin Masterson going to the mound for the Indians. He's 5-1 this year with an ERA in the 2s. This is a guy that's pretty tough. He's a side-wheeling right-hander who's gotten the ball in on the lefties this year, and that's been his secret. So it's time to beat the Indians. Cool them off. Slow them down. And no better time to start than tonight.
All right, sit back, relax, and strap it down. White Sox baseball coming your way.
White Sox baseball on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you in part by your Chicago area and Northwest Indiana Lexus dealer, who invites you to test drive a Lexus today. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois. 75 years being right here in Illinois means no one's closer to your wellness. Experience wellness everywhere. Subway. Every day at Subway, choose from many delicious regular footlong subs for just $5. Subway. Eat fresh. Honda. Visit your local Honda dealer today or go to shophonda.com and find great values on a new Honda. AT&T Uverse. Find out more of what's possible at att.com. AT&T. Rethink possible. And by United. Proud to fly the Chicago White Sox.
demand only from Comcast. Don't miss the action. Call 1-800-XFINITY today. It's a beautiful night for baseball. 55 degrees. Not a cloud in the sky. And Jake Peavy will go to the mound on what's been very comfortable. That's the first series of the season, and in that series, Sox won the first 2 games before the Indians captured the third. As you can see, early in the game was all Sox. Late in the games, it was all Indians. And if you remember opening day, Sox led 14-0 after 4 innings. So Jake Peavy, for his second start of the year, takes the hill. And let's take a look at how Manny Acta is going to line up his Cleveland Indians. It's going to be Michael Brantley leading it off, then Asdrubal Cabrera, then it's Chu, Santana, Travis Buck in left field, Orlando Cabrera, who's been red hot, then Duncan, Hanahan, and Lou Marson catching and hitting 9th. The defense and how they line up behind Jake Peavy, Pierre, Lillibridge, and Quentin left to right. In the infield, Dallas McPherson getting a start with Vizquel, Beckham, and Konerko. A.J. Pierzynski behind the plate. And Alexis pursuing perfection starting pitcher is Jake Peavy. Jake already has caught a break. Travis Hafner was scratched right before the game, so he won't have to deal with a big, hot-hitting left-hander. The Indians lead the division by 5 games over Detroit. They're playing .667 baseball at 26-13. They've been close to unbeatable at home, and Manny Acta's club has been pretty good on the road at 11-9. So the Sox throw the ball around the infield. We're ready to play baseball, and I'm ready to turn over to my play-by-play partner, Hawk Harrelson.
All right, Stone Pony, thank you. And once again, good evening, everyone, and welcome to White Sox baseball right here on Comcast Sportsnet. So happy you could join us for Game 1 of this brief 2-game series. Cleveland with that 26-13 record. They come in hitting at .271 with a 3.41 team ERA. So here's Michael Brantley. He's been swinging the bat extremely well. He's got his average up to .302, 4 homers. He's driven in 19.
Brantley, one of those guys you just as soon not get on base because he's part of their running game, a big part of it.
Well, they've got a big running game, too. 23 stolen bases and 31 attempts. Brantley, 5 for 7. Cabrera, 5 for 5. Chu, 6 for 7. So they can move 90 feet. And the count 1-2 to the 24-year-old.
Came over out of the Milwaukee Brewers system. He and Matt Laporta, the remnants of the C.C. Sabathia deal.
Outfield slightly to the left. He gone.
A.J. wants it low and away. Jake throws it 93 and throws it right by him.
So here's Asdrubal Cabrera on an 8-game hitting streak. Comes in hitting at .288, 7 homers and 27 driven in. Indians are 8-0 in their last 8 games against the American League Central.
You'd much rather face Asdrubal Cabrera from the left side as opposed to the right side. Right-handed hitting .340. Left-handed hitting just .264.
Out of play. And very quickly. The count 0-2. And here at beautiful US Cellular Field, 330 down the left field line, 335 down the right field line, 375 in the gap, send 400 straight away center. Gap out there in right center. And the 0-2 pitch. Right back through the middle.
Well, Jake wanted to get that ball a little bit higher. That was a fastball destined to be up and out over the plate. He wanted to throw it helmet high and get him swinging a pitch out of the zone. Instead, it's letter high, and he drills it back right up the middle.
So here's Shin-Soo Choo. Hitting at .230. 5 homers, 19 knocked in. He's faced Peavy 10 times, has 3 hits, 1 homer. Gets jammed, flips it foul, and that's going to be not playable.
Fan made a pretty good catch, but McPherson didn't have much of a shot at it.
Last year, Chu, a .300 hitter with 22 homers and 90 knocked in. Pretty good lead by Asdrubal. As that pitch almost got him, and the count 1-1.
Here's a look at Eric Cooper along with Mark Carlson at first, Tim Timmons at second, and the crew chief Jeff Kellogg is at third.
Indians have been on some kind of tear. We said in that series there they could hit. We didn't just think they were going to be pitching this well. That ball hit hard into center field. Bridge is there, and that's out number 2.
I'm not sure if the Indians thought they were going to be pitching this good.
They didn't.
But Masterson has been terrific. Except for that first start against us, Carmona's been pitching pretty well.
And you got to give a lot of credit to Tim Belcher. Just that simple.
Well, he's worked pretty well with these pitchers. Nobody expected Tomlin to be 5-1 at this point because he's a non-overpowering right-hander. But he throws a lot of strikes and makes it sink.
And here's a youngster, 25 years old, Carlos Santana, switch hitter. Comes in hitting at .233, but he's got 6 homers and 19 knocked in. He is dangerous. Takes ball 1. Bridge deep in center. A few steps over towards Quentin and right. First of a brief 2-game set. These 2-game series is something players really dislike. Can't blame them.
Especially if you get in late from the previous series.
Well, you really just. It was a few years ago when they started, they were going to give this 2-game series a tryout, and it was just miserable. You really didn't even unpack your bag. From where you left, you packed it accordingly to whereas you just have 2 days of clothes and changes. And now, I mean, you just left it right there on the other side of the bed. There's a strike, and the count 1-2. So 2 out, 1-2 the count with Cabrera at first.
Santana's been a much better hitter from the left side. They got him for Casey Blake, and the Dodgers gave up a good one.
Fouls that one straight back. Indians got so many positive numbers here. They're 20-6 in their last 26 games with a team with a losing record. 13-5 in their last 18 games on grass. Pitch out, nothing on.
Not a bad idea with Cabrera, who's 5 for 5. There you look at Travis Buck, who's in the on-deck circle. He was going to be in the starting lineup, but he was moved up when Hafner couldn't go to the post.
There he goes. And Paulie gets there. That's a fair ball. Good job by Konerko. Getting there quickly to keep it in fair territory, and that'll retire the side. After having a play, it's the Indians nothing, and the good guys coming to bat.
It's going to be Juan Pierre leading off. Omar Vizquel hitting second. He's been red hot. Adam Dunn, Paul Konerko, Carlos Quinton, A.J. Pierzynski, Dallas McPherson, Brent Lillibridge, and Gordon Beckham hitting ninth and playing second in the defense behind Masterson. Left to right, Buck, Brantley, and Chu in the infield. Hanahan, Cabrera, and Santana. With Lou Marson behind the plate. And Masterson on the hill. He is our Lexus Pursuing Perfection starting pitcher. Justin is a huge right-hander.
And before we show you our picks to click, you at home select yours. Want to know the count to Juan Pierre here to get 242. We got to get one going as there's a bunt and it's foul. His bunting this year has not been anywhere close to being up to par.
No, it's not from lack of effort, because he was out here early once again today working on bunting to both sides, both pushing it to third, dragging it with him. He had more times than not. He's just fouled it off.
There's a strike. Well, Michael Jordan used to say everything is a rhythm. Everything is a rhythm, and he was so right. There, look at this. Right inside the line. He's going to make the turn as Buck gets to it, so he's in there with that leadoff double. That's his third double, just his third double, I should say, of the season.
When you draw in the infield, that's a huge advantage. And he just slaps it down the line by Hanahan. And realizing that Buck can't possibly get a good throw off, coasts into second.
And here's Omar hitting at 349. He's 4 for 11 lifetime off Masterson, as there's a fake of the bunt and a taking of the ball. Corners both on the grass. Santana at first. Hanahan at third. And he chops that one foul.
Tim Belcher has helped Masterson get the ball inside the left-handers. That was his biggest problem. He started to work it out toward the end of last year. There's a look at Tim. And normally that two-seam fastball will go back over the plate, but when you want it inside the left-handers, he goes to the four-seam fastball.
And that's top foul. So Masterson on top in the count 1-2. Well, to me, there's more responsibility in the two-hole than any other spot in the lineup.
Well, especially with a base stealer at one.
And in order to be a real good two-hole hitter, you have to understand those responsibilities, but more importantly, you got to go along with them. That's the whole key. You got to be able to swing the bat with 2 strikes. I have never in my whole career seen a better 2-hole hitter than Omar Vizquel. There's a shot base hit. So he's going to get him over. Plus, he's going to get himself a knock. And as we've talked about many times, he's the best I have ever seen when they're holding a man on, which was not the case right there. But when they're holding, he's the best at hooking that ball in that hole.
Well, he went up there knowing that Masterson is very vulnerable to left-hand hitters. And this was a 2-seamer, and you can see that ball drifts back out over the middle of the plate. Omar takes it into right field. Chu has a big arm. That's one of the reasons why, with nobody out, Jeff Cox holds Juan Pierre right there.
Now, the ball was hit too hard, and Chu has good speed plus that arm. So here is Dunn. The key to that pitch right there was the fact that ball started inside, came back, but Omar did not give up on it. Adam hitting just 197, 4 homers, 16 RBIs. And that is popped up into center field. Michael Brantley, as Pierre is tagging, here he comes. Here's the throw. It's off the mark, so he'll score. Omar tags, goes into that bad throw right there by Brantley. We'll take it, and it's 1-0 good guys.
Well, not only a bad throw, it's a very bad thought process. The reason is you got a man at third, nobody out, and you're not going to throw out Juan Pierre, not from that setup. So
that's why it's a bad throw.
Yeah, by airmailing the cutoff man, you allow Omar, who is a heads-up player, to go into second base, take yourself out of the double play, and open yourself up for the possibility of a big inning.
And here's Paulie, hitting at .312, 10 homers. He's driven in 30. If you're going to have a thought process on that play right there, you're in deep trouble. That's just a bad play. Good play for us. And Paulie didn't like that call. He's 4 for 17 lifetime off Masterson.
Is there Bank of America pitch tracks? Carson didn't help much because he caught that ball and took it even lower.
So the leadoff double by Pierre, the single by Vizquel, the sacrifice fly by Dunn. Now 17 RBIs and going up. And that's to the shortstop, Cabrera. So with 2 out, let's check out our picks to click tonight. Jim Angio, our director and the crew. Well, they went with Dallas McPherson. Stone Pony's going to go with A.J. Pierzynski, and Eve Tyree and myself, we're going to go with Adam Dunn. Those are tonight's picks to click.
Well, we'll keep track on how many pitches Masterson has to throw now, because that was the double play ground ball to take him out of this inning. Instead, he's got a man at second, and he has to face Quentin. But for a bad throw by Brantley.
For you youngsters out there, you've got to hit the cutoff man. Unless it's the bottom of the ninth, and that's a winning run. You've got to hit the cutoff man. Quentin just 1 for 13 off Masterson. And the count 1-1. You play with a guy who used to really get upset, and even to the point of a lot of times showing up his defenseman.
Mr. Palmer?
Yeah.
Well, his manager wasn't too happy with it either.
Yeah, but let the manager do it, not the pitcher.
Yeah. Well, that whole philosophy was built on stay out of the big inning, concede a run when you have to, but stay out of the big inning.
Two out and 1-2. That didn't take long, but we get on the board after 1. It is 1-0 Sox.
comparison for this Indian team. We beat them the first 2 games of the season. Since then, they are 15-2 at home. Overall, they've been dominant in their ballpark. You can see home runs especially very lopsided, but the ERA has been much better on the road. Still, a winning record on the road is exceptional in the major leagues.
Travis Buck hitting it .282, no homers. He's driven in 4. And I get that. Outfield slightly to the left. McPherson back and well off the line at third as there's a little soft ground ball. And 1 out. And that'll bring up one of the unsung heroes on this ball club. Everywhere he goes, he's an unsung hero. Orlando Cabrera. He's just a winner, a winning type player. Comes in hitting at .286, couple of homers, but he's driven in 24 runs, and a lot of them have been absolutely huge.
One of the things he's done with that locker room is taken a lot of the young Latin players, and if they do something wrong, he doesn't leave anything to chance. He gets right in their face and tells them exactly what they did.
Well, he got a little bit of that over here, and some of the guys got upset with him. But the only thing was he was telling the truth.
Well, and they got a lot of youngsters over there that need a little guidance. And you get a guy that, it's no coincidence, wherever he's gone, his team has been in contention or won the division.
Yeah, he's a winner. There's just no questioning that. Outfield straight up. And the count 3-1. That's fouled away. When you got a second base shortstop combination, driven in 51 runs, in 39 games, that's not too shabby. And that's a souvenir right side.
Well, Maniacta was with him in Montreal when Cabrera came to the major leagues, and there was a time when he actually was hitting behind Vlad Guerrero, giving Guerrero protection, and he drove in 96 runs.
Jammed him, popped him up. Beckham. And that's out number 2. Well, if you look at the RBIs, the 2 guys leading this club, the first place team in their division are the shortstop, Cabrera, with 27, and the second baseman, Cabrera, with 24.
It's good combination defensively. They've been terrific offensively. And here's a guy who didn't think he was going to get a start against Jake Peavy, and he's in the lineup, Shelley Duncan.
Well, against us, Shelley Duncan has looked like Babe Duncan. He has been really good against our pitching. That was a high slider. Took a little something off that one.
Got to be careful middle in to Duncan.
Yeah, he's proved to us he can turn around a fastball. And there is a fastball. Get foul. Get foul. It will. Thank you very much.
Well, that's the place you don't want to go, and Jake got away with one there. Try to throw it inside, and fortunately that ball hooked in front of the pole. We talked about places not to go. That's a place you don't want to go.
Good thing he had good movement on it.
Didn't miss by a whole lot.
No. You can go in, but now you got to go in deeper. Are you? Let's see. They're going to go back in there, and he's gone. So a 1-2-3 inning. Peavy with 2 strikeouts, and he leads it 1-0 after an inning and a half.
time with White Sox In Game Live only on CSNChicago.com. Brought to you by The Great Escape.
1-0 Sox here in the bottom of the second. It'll be Pierzynski, McPherson, and Lillibridge. Justin Masterson, 26 years old, 6'6", 250 pounds, out of Fortville, Indiana. AJ is 7 for 17 lifetime off the big guy. Takes the first pitch strike.
Well, he got tremendous movement on that at 94, and if he stays there, AJ's going to take him to left field.
1-1 to count. Two balls and a strike. Masterson beat us in that last game of that 3-game series opening up the season. Look at this. Nice little duck snort. He'll take it. Lead man aboard.
Santana wants it away. Masterson gets it inside, and AJ breaks the bat. And the leadoff man's aboard.
So here's Dallas McPherson. Pinch hit last night and had a big base hit. High and deep. Tag up, AJ. Watch out now. He's going to give it a shot, and he will get there. Dallas just missed taking that one out of here.
AJ realizing that this ball was going to carry a long way, and knowing that Brantley doesn't have the strongest arm around, he's tagging up. Now Brantley takes some time in looking instead of just getting the ball and getting it back in. Just, you don't have to bother looking. You're on the warning track.
Thank you. Yes, Lillibridge takes that slider outside. Brent hitting at 286, 3 homers. He's driven in 5. Checks it up, and a count 2-0. And Brent Morrell was driving home last night, Stevie, and I was thinking to myself, that might, knock on wood, turn out to be one of the defining games of the season last evening.
Well, it certainly gave him a whole lot of confidence that he can come through in a big situation, because it turned the game around, and it seemed to give a big lift to John Danks and the rest of the baseball
whole club.
team. Yep.
That's why it might be one of the defining games of the season. Up to this point, it probably is, because of the fact first game we didn't hit, we were shut out. All of a sudden we're getting shut out again. We got a left-hander out there that's got Nintendo stuff last evening. Poof, 3-run homer. If you missed that homer, Matt Harrison was just electric last night with that Nintendo stuff.
And I talked to Brent and I asked him if he was looking for something and if he thought when he hit it, it was out.
And there's ball 4. Well, he had to say yeah, because he went right into his trot.
Well, what he said was, because I hit it so low, I knew the wind wouldn't have a shot at it, and he said it felt pretty good, and I thought that I got it. And he was right. He got it. First of the year, and
well,
couldn't have come at a better time.
And besides the lumber, he was throwing the leather last night. Made 2 outstanding plays. He's going to be a good one. So here's Beckham. Gordon hitting it 214, 3 homers, 13 driven in, but he has not let his slumping at the plate affect his defense. Gordon lately has been doing just that. Been taking the good ones and swinging at the bad ones. And that's when you know you're in a funk. Been there and done it. Speak from experience. Took something off. Yeah, and way out in front.
That was the changeup, and he doesn't throw too many of those. You see that ball in a perfect spot.
Well, we've only seen him 3 times this year. That ball hit hard. Carey. Brantley will make the catch. That's a hang wolf for Beckham. He hit it right on the money. But getting back to that, we've only seen him 3 times this year. First 3 games of the season, where we won 2 of those. And they come in here at 26-13. Pitching like they've been pitching. I guarantee you one thing right now. Everybody we're going to see from Cleveland are going to be featuring changeups. From Tim Belcher, the pitching coach.
Well, Masterson's really refined his. Doesn't use it often, uses it effectively. And the Indians are second in the league in pitching, first in the league in hitting, and second in the league in defense. So playing .667 baseball is not an illusion.
Santana makes the play on Pierre. And that'll retire the side. So we threaten we can't score. We'll go to the 3rd leading 1-0. We'll lead it off here in the top of the 3rd. It'll be Hanahan, Marson, then back to the top of the order with Michael Brantley. Hanahan comes in hitting at .246, 4 homers. He's driven in 16. First ball hunting, and there's a souvenir. Hanahan, a .224 career hitter, 31-year-old veteran. And that 3-game series against us opening up the season, it looked like Mike Schmidt.
Well, what he has done is played an exceptional defense. What they get offensively from him, that's okay, but he's only made 2 errors this year, and this is 34th game. And with all the sinker ballers they have, you look at their infield all the way around, and the defense has been spectacular.
That's into left field, softly hit. So that's out number 1. He made every play against us in that 3-game series. Plus, he swung the bat extremely well.
Jake has got pretty good stuff tonight. And this is his 2nd start.
Lou Marson. Marson hitting at .294. Takes it up and takes strike 1.
Marson's been going to right and right center a lot more as his batting average has started to climb.
Omar, the pirouette. Yes, nice play, Vizquel.
Well, the Cleveland Indians have seen a lot of this. Omar at 44, still with plenty of range, and if he gets his hands on it, there's a real good chance you're going to be out.
So here's Brantley. Brantley struck out, opening up the ball game. Fouls that back. And a reminder, you can organize a group outing of 20 or more during the season, purchase a block of tickets, or enhance your outing with one of 6 great party areas. And, of course, that's the domain of the Bertucci boys out there. Call 312-674-1000 or visit whitesox.com.
Bobby made a nice visit to us this evening.
That's up high. Pulled a string on him, had him way off balance. Nice changeup. He gone. He knew it. That is 8 in a row retired by the Jake Meister. And he leads it 1-0.
It is what Indians pitcher holds the AL rookie record for the most strikeouts in a season. You think about that? And we'll get back to you with the answer a little later.
Bottom of the 3rd inning. Omar, who had a sharp single between first and second, will lead it off. Tries to backdoor him, and he misses. Adam Dunn on deck, and Konerko in the hole. 1-3-0 for our guys, 0-1-0 for their guys. Takes the bunt and takes ball 3. And that's the dreaded leadoff walk we want. So here comes Adam. Drove in his 17th run with that sacrifice fly in the 1st inning. Eve Tyrese picked a click.
That's the 2nd walk by Masterson. Something he hasn't done a lot of. He came in with just 17 in 53 innings of work.
And that's 5 in a row. Got the shift on. Orlando Cabrera still on the grass, though, at second. As Drupal Cabrera still on the grass on the first base side of second. On the dirt, I should say. And the 2-0 pitch. 3-0. 7 in a row. And there's one. Whoa. Turn the fan on there, big man.
Well, he got the 3-1 fastball he was looking for.
Pull off the head just enough to get underneath it. So the payoff pitch. There he goes. And that's chopped foul. And a reminder, visit WhiteSox.com to check out the Sox Charities online auctions. Unique White Sox memorabilia and experiences will be posted every 2 weeks, so visit WhiteSox.com to place your bid. Full count, no out. Vizquel at first. And he gets him. And they get him. A strike him out, throw him out, double play.
Well, Marson is a tremendous catch it, call it, and throw it guy. And after the called third, he just fired it down there, and Omar knew that he was hung out dead to rights. Didn't even bother sliding.
Well, Adam had his pitch on the 3-1.
Called third, and a good solid throw to second. The ball just waiting for Omar to arrive, and he'll be singing soprano in the choir.
So here's Pauly, grounded out to short. Takes it up high. And there's a strike. And a souvenir. 1-2 the count. And he gets him upstairs. So he walks the leadoff man. The strike him out, throw him out, double play, the strikeout. We'll go to the fourth. It is still 1-0 Sox.
inning is brought to you by the fourth meal from Taco Bell. Open 1 a.m. or later.
First pitch to Asdrubal Cabrera leading off here in the top of the fourth. Sox lead at 1-0. First inning run. High in the center field. Lillibridge makes the catch. And that is out number one. So Cabrera now 1 for 2. He has the only Cleveland hit.
Jake has been changing speeds. Hasn't thrown all that many sliders. Hasn't really had to because his fastball is moving as well as it is. And he's thrown the occasional changeup. And he's pretty much halted a pretty hot lineup.
So here's Chu. He hit the ball hard into center field. A little towards left center. Change up.
Here's our AT&T UVerse multi-view. We're looking at pitcher-hitter matchup, as well as Paulie at first, just in case Chu pulls the ball down that way.
Jammed him. And that's going foul. Chu jammed himself right there.
AJ now going out to have a word with Jake. The fastball Jake threw to end the third inning started right at the hip of Michael Brantley and came back and cut the plate right down the middle.
Which was a good pitch after the previous pitch, the changeup. Two and two. Close pitch, didn't get it. And the payoff pitch. And that's foul.
Indians are doing all of this without one of their leading hitters, Chu, doing much of anything.
And once again, the 3-2. And there's a bullet. So the 1-out single.
Well, there is no doubt that he can really hit. And had a few problems early in the season. That looked like an off-speed pitch, and he wasn't out in front of it. He just waited back and ripped it by Paulie. The time Paulie could react, that ball was by him. And you shudder to think what the Indians' offense would look like if he starts hitting the ball.
Here's Santana, which hitting first baseman. He grounded out to Konerko. Chu is 6 for 7 in stolen bases. Takes it down low.
Well, last year Chu hit an even 300 at 22 home runs, drove in 90. Not even close to those numbers, but before this is over, he's going to be there. Just like Adam Dunn, before this is over, is going to be close to his career numbers.
That's foul. Thank you very much. Yeah, has so many mannerisms like Victor Martinez at the plate.
Victor's back and healthy now, and with it, Detroit has put together a pretty good streak.
Talking about Detroit, they're taking on the Red Sox at Fenway. Bottom of the 6th inning, no score. And that's high.
Take a look at the Central Division. We trail them by 12 in the loss column, 10 overall. The Tigers in second place. The Indians are not going to play .667 baseball all year, but right now they're starting to believe in themselves.
Pretty good pitch, didn't get that one.
Take a look at where 4 appears. Now, if Jake didn't have as good a movement as he had on that, it would have been a perfect pitch. As it was pretty close. Might have shaved off the front corner of that plate.
And the 3-1 pitch. There he goes. There's a strike. And there's the throw him out. But AJ giving himself a hand.
I don't know what Chu was thinking about, but he pulled up. And AJ wants the game ball. He said, I'll take the game ball. Throw that one out. He's a character.
Watch out. That almost got Buck on the on-deck circle. Meanwhile, they'll retire the side. Because the bottom of the 4 still leading 1-0.
Indians rookie holds the AL rookie record for most strikeouts in a season, and the answer, Herb Score. Well, he was on his way to greatness. Gil McDougall hit him with a line drive right in the eye, and Herb continued his career after that. But there are a lot of folks around who thought that Herb Score was going to be just as dominating as Sandy Koufax.
I faced Herb Score when he was in a White Sox uniform.
Did he have good stuff? That was after the fact.
Yeah, well, and Herb, I've talked with Herb about that. He said that indirectly that line drive off the bat of McDougall was the reason he hurt his arm. He said, but that did not. What he did was he came back the next spring, and he wanted to prove to everybody that he was back all the way, and he snapped off a curveball in his first outing of the spring. Should have never have done it. He said he popped something in his elbow. Ted Williams said Herb Score had the greatest stuff he ever saw.
It was just unbelievable. I mean, growing up in Cleveland, we all idolized Herb Score because he came through the system. He was the guy. You didn't see him, but you heard about it, and he just dominated everybody. Strike out 245 guys as a rookie. You're doing pretty good.
How about in 1984, Dwight Gooden had 276 as a rookie.
Yeah, I remember. I remember that year.
2-2 the count to Quinton, who struck out his first trip.
But the one guy that he couldn't get out was Tuffy Rhodes. 3 home runs opening day.
Wow.
3 home runs opening day.
Against that, it had to be against the Cubs, right?
He threw at Wrigley Field.
Yeah.
Wind blowing out. That was Tuffy's career.
Slowly hit. 3 hopper. Hanahan. 1 out. Well, Williams told me that the scaredest he's ever been at the plate was when Herb Score threw one right behind his head. A fastball. He said he wasn't throwing at him.
I was going to say it wasn't intentional because he wasn't known as a headhunter. They did have a few on that team.
Everybody but him.
Early Wynn would throw at you in a heartbeat.
Early Wynn would throw at you if you just took a good swing off of it. He knocked me on my can in Kansas City one night as AJ. In fact, played against Early his 300th victory.
Right here. Jerry Walker pitched the last 4.
Well, that was in Kansas City.
No, but I mean, he was a White Sox at the time.
Yeah, he was with the White Sox. He pitched 5 innings. Walker came in, and there's a get down. Good play by Buck.
What a catch by Travis Buck.
Robbing him. AJ now 1 for 2.
And AJ just staring out at Buck, wondering how he got to that ball. It's a sinking line drive, slicing away from him. He got a great jump, and he took it right off the grass. Jeff Kellogg was out there to make the call. This is just a terrific play.
So that's out number 2, and here's McPherson. He's been to bat twice in the Sox uniform. Once last night, he got the first pitch base hit. He's only seen 2 pitches. Went out deep to center field. Take that one.
Well,
the first time up, Early threw me a high slider, and I hit a bullet right back through the middle for a single. And when I came back to the dugout the next inning, Bobby Del Greco was one of our outfielders. He said, "You better hang loose up there next time up." I said, "Why?" He said, "Because there's 2 things you don't do on Gus." He says, "You don't hit the ball back through the middle, and you don't bunt on him." I said, "That old man ain't going to do anything." I went to the plate the next time. First pitch was back here. My feet went straight up in the air. I landed on my shoulders.
Sound like Gaylord Perry in that respect. He hated you to bunt on him, and he didn't want you going back up the middle. And I threw him a curveball in spring training when he was with the Indians and I was with the Giants, a sidearm curveball. Struck him out. He walked right by me, and he said, "You ever do that again, I'm going to hit you right in the head." So, needless to say, I didn't throw any more sidearm curveballs to Gaylord.
The funny thing about it was he meant it.
There's no question. I was his teammate. I mean, I came up to the Giants. He was there already. And I was his teammate, and I knew he meant it.
2 out, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Got him. 1, 2, 3 inning. We'll go to the 5th. It is still 1-0 Good Guys. 9653, and if you are the 500 texter, you could win $5 footlongs from Subway. Travis Buck, who made that terrific catch on Pierzynski, will lead it off here in the top of the fifth. Takes strike one. Buck grounded out to McPherson at third. Oh, nice pick by Beckham. Nice play, one out.
Travis Buck hits this ball pretty hard, and Gordon Beckham on the backhand got the advantage of having a shortstop's arm at second, gets it across in plenty of time.
It was the pick, had his glove down low. Ball came up a little bit. It was just like picking a bowl full of cherries. So here's Orlando Cabrera. He popped up to Beckham.
That was the best slider Jake has thrown tonight. Kept it in perfect spot to Cabrera.
And that's in the center field. That's a can of corn.
Here's our United Airlines leaders of the game, and it involves our second baseman, one of two American League second basemen with a 1,000 fielding percentage. Howie Kendrick, the other.
So here's Duncan. Struck out, called out on a fastball strike. Didn't like the call. Takes another one right there. Sinker. And that's popped up. McPherson makes the catch. Nice 1-2-3 inning. We're halfway home, and PV leads it 1-0. As we're here in the bottom of the fifth inning, a run on 3 hits, no errors for our Sox. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for their Indians. Bridge.
And Hanahan in at third base.
Bennett takes first pitch strike. He walked back in the second inning. Breaking ball strike.
Well, you can tell why he is so tough on the right-handers. At 6'6", a side wheeler with a sharp breaking slider. I'd like to send along my condolences to Phil Rizzo and his family. Mike, the general manager of the Washington Nationals. Phil, longtime scout. His father passed away a couple of days ago at 104 years old.
God bless him. Wow. And there's a base hit. Good at bat right there by Brennan. He's going to give it a go. Chu can throw. Off the mark. Safe. The leadoff double.
Well, good thought process and good hustle on the part of Brent Lillibridge, because he was thinking 2 bases when he left the batter's box and never stopped. He realized as a left-handed thrower, if it was Chu who got to the ball, it would be a difficult throw for him. And there he is, thinking 2 all the way. No hesitation. The throw is off the mark, and a promising way to start the 5th.
Here's Beckham. 0 for 1. He had a line shot right to Brantley. Just a little bit into right center field. Watch out. Toughest play in baseball for a runner. When you're on second base and there's a bunt that's called for, the responsibility of the hitter right there is get the head out of the bat. If you're not going to bunt it, get the head out of the path of the ball as quickly as possible.
If you bunt through it, especially if you're not real fast at second, a lot of times you're hung out to dry.
Swings at a bad pitch and the count 1-1.
Gordon going to right field all the way there. Now we'll see if Ozzie puts it back on.
Tries to bunt it, and the count 1-2. So now you got to cinch it up and hucker down. 15. Come on, Gordon. Come on. Don't let him outcompete you. Come on, buddy. Just got a piece of it.
Good moving fastball right on Gordon's hands.
It was a good pitch by him.
I mean, Gordon is trying to take that ball to the right side if he can, and Masterson is trying to force him to hit it to the left side and make sure that Lillibridge can't advance. Masterson has 1 wild pitch this year. The entire Indians team has just 4.
Gordon's still trying to get it done.
Masterson about to deliver his 71st pitch.
There he goes. There's a strike him out and a throw him out.
Well, we told you Marson could really get it and throw it. Gordon swung at a pitch up and out of the zone. And Marson, although the throw was high, got it down there so quickly that Hanahan had a chance to just come down with it. Lillibridge got a tremendous jump. He couldn't beat the arm of Marson.
So he's had 2 strike him out, throw him out double plays. And here's Pierre. He led off the game with a double. Came around to score on the sacrifice fly by Adam Dunn as he takes ball 1. Well, we get a leadoff double, and we strand nobody. We'll go to the 6th. It is still 1-0. Jack Hanahan will lead it off against Jake Peavy here in the top of the 6th inning. A run on 4 hits for our guys. No runs on 2 hits for their guys. He got a cookie right there and pops it up in the center field. 1 pitch, 1 out.
And Jake has really done this on a minimum of pitches. That's just his 60th. This is up and out over the plate. Jake a little lucky to get away with that one.
So here's Lou Marson. Went out Vizquel to Canerco. Omar made a good play on it, going far to his left. Left side, McPherson. 2 down. And a reminder, visit participating Chicagoland Great Clips salons by June 3rd for the Great Clips Summer Sweepstakes Code. Grand prize winner will throw out the first pitch on Mullet Night, Friday, June 24th, plus get 4 White Sox game tickets and 4 pregame patio party tickets. So get your sweepstakes code and relax. You're at Great Clips.
Well, you'd love to be able to cut down Brantley right here, make it a very easy inning, and retire your 7th in a row if you're Jake.
0-1 to count. Brantley 0 for 2 with a couple of punch outs.
And Jake has kept his pitch output to a minimum.
The looper. Omar. That'll be to the side. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It is still 1-0.
More with the Indians tomorrow night. Then the Dodgers come to town for interleague play. Then it's on to Texas, 4 in Toronto, and the road trip ends with Boston.
Want to know the count? Omar Vizquel, who is 1 for 1. A solid single to right and a leadoff walk in the 3rd inning. And the count 2-0. Adam Dunn on deck. Two balls and a strike to our 44-year-old phenom. Bottom of the 7th at Fenway, no score. Tigers and the Carmines.
Ozzie was asked last night if he was going to get Omar some more play, and he's answered that. As long as he's hitting the way he's hitting, no reason not to. And he's not going to get worn out by the warm weather.
He's as good a shape as anybody on our ball club.
Unbelievable at 44.
Payoff. Just got a piece of it. And probably has more fun playing the game than anybody on our ball club. Off the end of the bat. Hanahan, bare hands underneath. Nice play. Beautiful play by Jack Hanahan.
No reason to go head first into first base. Just slow you down. Now, if a guy's going to make a tag, that's another story. But Omar thinking he can get there and beat the throw. Terrific play by Hanahan. And he's got him by plenty.
So here's Adam. 0 for 1 with a sacrifice fly. Takes it high and wide. There's the strike. 1-1 to the big man. Way outside. Top of the 7th down in Florida. The Cubs and the Marlins are tied at 5. Pass down in the corner. Stay fair. It will. Thank you very much. So he will cruise into second. That's his 10th two-bagger. Now that play by Hanahan really looks big. And a reminder, the Ozzie plan includes your choice of 13 games, including the BP Crosstown Cup Series against the Cubs and matchups against the Twins, Yankees, and Red Sox. Ozzie plan is available right now, so call 312-674-1000 or visit whitesox.com. Come on, Paulie, pick him up, buddy. The ball hit hard, but a humpback line drive out there, nose dived, and that's out number 2.
Travis Buck, who earlier made a spectacular play, makes a little more routine play there. Ball hit hard. Unfortunately, with a little too much overspin.
So here's Quentin. He is struck out, grounded softly to third. Outfield there, straight up, spread out.
That one just missed him. Sailing fastball inside, almost got that front elbow.
One and one to count. High slider right there. Looked like a pretty good pitch to hit. Checks it up and the count 2-1. Six right-hander Justin Masterson. And a 3-1 count with AJ on deck.
AJ should be 2 for 2, but for the heroics of Buck out in left field.
Another breaking ball. And a full count. We'll go to the 7th. It is 1-0 Sox. With the Dan Patrick Show on Comcast Sportsnet. Tune in as Dan talks sports with your favorite athletes, celebrities, and sports media personalities. So get your sports day started with the Dan Patrick Show weekday mornings from 8 to 11 on Comcast Sportsnet.
Well, this figures to be a tough inning for Jake. He's into the 7th. He went 6 last time out. But he should be pretty strong. He's given up just 2 singles. 1 erased by AJ. Thrown out at second base. And other than that, Jake hasn't been in any trouble at all. Hasn't walked anybody. He's had pinpoint control.
And his Asdrubal Cabrera takes first pitch, breaking ball, strike. He has singled sharply back through the middle. That was in the 1st inning. Then leading off the 4th. Fly to center. Cabrera, a good player.
When they had Johnny Peralta playing shortstop and Cabrera at second, it wasn't their best defense. They had to move Peralta to put Cabrera at short. And he can really play short. First,
he is a good player.
Peralta went on to Detroit. And he still swings a pretty good bat, but not that much range.
There's the strike. And the count 1-2. Asdrubal just 25 years old. Souvenir left side.
They got Cabrera from the Seattle Mariners, same place they got Chu, and they fit pretty nicely in the middle of this Indian lineup.
We talked about Tim Belcher being one of the big reasons for the pitching, improved pitching in Cleveland. John Nunnally is the hitting coach. He's done a good job. He gone. 1 out. Indians come in hitting at .271 as a club. And most teams are way down this year. So here's Chu. He is lined to center. Takes a strike. And hit a bullet single by Konerko in the hole between first and second. That's high and wide. Takes it up and takes the strike. And a reminder, you can join the Chi Sox mobile group by texting Oak for a chance to win $50 in Comiskey cash and 4 tickets to the game on June 10th versus Oakland. Text Oak, O-A-K, to Chi Sox 244-769 to be entered to win.
Well, the 2 called strikes in this at bat could probably force Chu to swing at a pitch up and out of the zone, because both of them appeared to be high. And Jake just about to deliver pitch number 76.
Not hit hard, but off the fist, and Quentin will get it back in.
Here's our Xfinity high-speed action replay, and it's AJ. Cut him down easily at second base and then asked for the game ball. Santana looking at strike 2, and AJ wants the ball.
Well, Jake gave him a chance. We got a lot of guys on our staff that don't give him a chance.
He got it there in so much time that Chu just gave up.
So here's Santana. Dangerous. There he goes. Going on first move right there. So he is now 7 for 8.
In a 1-run game, a few too many steps as AJ bobbles the ball.
He wasn't going to get him anyway. No way, no how. And that's low 2-0. Travis Buck on deck and Orlando Cabrera in the hole. And there's the strike. On 5 hits, no errors for our Sox. No runs, 3 hits, no errors for their Indians here in the top of the 7th. And the count's 3-1. But Chu, the tying run, 1 down. And Santana with a catbird seat.
Travis Buck in the on deck circle. He's grounded out twice, as has Santana. Jake's thrown a lot of ground balls tonight.
And a full count. High pop-up stay in here. Come back. It will. McPherson. Two down. So here's Buck. He's grounded to third and he's grounded to second. Beckham made a good play on it.
Took something off that one, and he had him well out in front of it.
Good motion with that change. That sort of puzzles me, that you can never come up with a good change.
Couldn't. Had to change off the curveball. Was this a strange pitch for me? You couldn't get a grip that made any sense?
Or a good mental image, huh?
Yep.
1-2 the count.
Tried splitting my fingers to slow it down, and it turned into split finger fastball. Use it for a half season. Worked out real well, but I threw so many curveballs that along with the splitter, wound up with a sore elbow all the time. I thought that wasn't a good thing. So I went back to just changing up off the curveball.
Two out, 1-2. Little high. He wouldn't bite.
Well, he tried to do what he's done so effectively a lot of this evening, is heat him upstairs after keeping that eye angle down. What a performance by Jake Peavy tonight.
And the 2-2. Change up.
Here's our Bank of America pitch tracks.
That was outside.
And this ball appears, because of the movement, to be up and away.
Double him up. Double him up. He did. Took something off. So the count hangs at 3 balls, 2 strikes.
That's a guy you probably don't want to face with the game on the line. Best to end it right here with Buck.
Beckham's got him. Nice pitch by Peavy. And that'll do it. 7th inning stretch. He leads it 1-0. AJ will lead it off here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Sox lead it 1-0. Is that first inning run since in all goose eggs. 1-0. AJ is 1 for 2. Was robbed of a base hit on a beautiful play by Buck.
Here's our Home Depot doing more on defense, and it's a second at bat in the 4th inning by AJ, bidding for his second hit. Hits a rocket to left field, sinking, and Travis Buck able to make the play.
He made the commitment, stayed with it. That's just a major league catch. And here's McPherson. He's going out deep to left center and struck out. Struck out on a high fastball. Takes it inside. Pops it up. And Hanahan gets there, can't hang on to it.
And here is the look on the attempted catch by Hanahan.
Had it right in the pocket. He'll tell you he should have made the catch, but they ruled it no play.
Well, it also appears that he didn't have to slide, but he did. And another life for Dallas McPherson. Let's make him pay for it.
So Dallas, 30 years old, 6'4", 225, out of McDonough, Georgia. Can't get it in the count 1-2. One of the most heralded rookies to come up with the Angels back in 04. Boy, he came in with plenty of publicity.
Plenty of back problems did him in with them.
7 strikeouts now for the 6'6" right-hander. And here's Brent Lillibridge, who has walked and doubled. Boy, he has had some back problems. McPherson. And other problems as well. Left ulna fracture. Bad hamstrings. On the outside part. And the count 1-1. Light him up, Brent. Into center field. Finally is there. A 1-2-3 inning. He's retired 5 in a row. And we'll go to the 8th. It is still a 1-0 Sox lead. Set to lead it off against Jake Peavy here in the top of the 8th inning. Sox with a first inning run, in case you missed it. Pierre led it off with a double right inside the bag down the third baseline. Omar singled into third, and Dunn knocked him in with a sacrifice fly as that ball hit deep into left center field. And nobody. Yes! Yes! Brent Lillibridge with a brilliant catch. Mercy! It did not look like he was going to get there, and he got there.
Well, that could turn out to be a game saver as Juan Pierre had a long run, couldn't get there, but Lillibridge with great speed, closing a whole lot of ground on this one. He looks up and has to go down before he hits the wall, taking at least 2 bases away from Cabrera. What a play.
Wow. Showtime. As here is Duncan. Takes it low and away. He is struck out and popped up to third. Could not check it up. That was a major league catch as you look at Alexi. He's at short. Omar over at third. Another breaking ball.
Three singles given up by Jake Peavy tonight, and that's it.
And the 1-2 pitch. They stayed right there. Only 8 hits in this ball game. We have 5 of them. Of our 5 hits, 3 of them are doubles. He made a mistake. A cookie got away with it. Wow. Thank you. Thank you.
We might as well keep the ball on the outside corner, well away from this big guy who can turn around a fastball inside.
Little drop down. He gone. 2 down. Give him a different look.
We hadn't seen that all night. In fact, none of the right-handers have seen that all night. And Jake keeping it till he really needed it. It didn't do a whole lot. It was the angle it came from.
So here's Hanahan. He has gone out to left and he has gone out to center. Takes it just off the corner. And that's low. 2-0 the count. And that's out of play.
Out to deliver pitch number 101.
And it's a changeup for a 2-2 count. He gone, and what a performance by Jake Peavy. My goodness. Mercy. 8 innings. No runs, 3 hits. He got some help by Brent Lillibridge, and we'll go to the bottom of the 8th leading. Off interleague play is a battle. Don Mattingly's Los Angeles Dodgers. Coverage begins at 6:30 with Sportsnet Central. White Sox Dodgers Friday night at 7 on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend. And we got a little work here to do. We lead at 1-0. We'd love to get one or two more. It'll be Beckham, then back to the top of the order with Juan Pierre and Omar Vizquel. Beckham is lined hard to center and struck out into a double play. Takes ball one. Fouled away, and a reminder the Sox and the Cubs rivalry continues this season as the winner of the series takes home the BP Crosstown Cup. White Sox Cubs at USA LaField June 20th, 21st, and 22nd. And that's inside. Good take. 2-1. This will be pitch number 105 for Masterson. Well, the Indians in their half of the ninth. Schedule hitters are Marson. Then back to the top of the order with Brantley and Cabrera. No activity down in our pen. One out.
The Indians do have Matt Laporta, who's a power hitting right-hand hitter sitting on the bench.
Who's been swinging the bat well.
Hasn't had a chance to pinch hit all year. But he's 4-21 on the power numbers.
Here's one. Double to lead off the bottom of the first. Right down the third base line. And then came around to score after Vizquel's single on the sacrifice fly by Adam Dunn. Cabrera. 2 down. So here comes the big man, Vizquel. He has been big. That base hit, a couple of good plays in the field. Rafael Perez loosening up. And then Hanahan made a big play to take a base hit away from him as he takes ball one.
Looks like Matt Thornton loosening up in our bullpen.
He's just getting up. Well, you know, Ozzie and Coop talked to Jake. Jake said, let me finish it off. And the count 2-1. Juice him right here, Omar. Shock 'em all. Out in front. Single that Omar had back in the first inning was hit so hard Pierre had no chance to score. And a full count. We're done on deck.
Ready to deliver pitch 113. And Perez loosening up in a hurry. Could very well be that he's going to be brought on to face Dunn.
Slaps that one foul. Make your plans to be with us tomorrow night. Gavin Floyd against Fausto Carmona. Now, if you can't make it to the ballpark, that game will be over WCIU. That's hit down the right side, and it's going foul. Almost juiced him. And that's popped up. Everybody, a long way to go 2 gets there, makes the catch. And they'll retire the side. Here we go. 9th inning, 1-0 Good Guys. First pitch breaking ball to Matt Laporta, hitting for Lou Marson here in the top of the 9th inning. 1-5-0 for our Sox. No runs, 3 hits, no errors for their Indians. Jake Peavy. There are the numbers on Laporta. He's dangerous as that pitch is hit into center field. Can of corn, 1 out. So here's Brantley. He's 0 for 3.
Jake has handled him pretty well tonight. And he's one of their speed burners, a good man to keep off base.
Takes a strike. And the count 0-2. Now, too much time for Brantley's liking. That's up high.
Boy, he's still getting it up there 94 miles an hour, so there's plenty of life left at pitch number 107.
He gone.
Third strikeout of Brantley. Another high fastball at 94. And now Jake 1 out away from a 1-0 shutout.
So here's a tough cookie right here as Drupal Cabrera 1 for 3 tonight. First pitch strike.
Well, you want to end it here because you don't want to see the next guy, because he's the one guy who's figured Jake out tonight.
And the count 0-2.
Shin-Soo Choo in the on-deck circle, but Jake 1 out, 1 pitch away.
He gone, and this ball game is over. Mercy. Jake Peavy, in just his second start, comes out here against the first place Cleveland Indians, who have just been killing the baseball. Gets a run in the first inning, gives up 3 hits and shuts them out. Indians shut out for just the second time this season. What a performance by Peavy.
Well, Jake Peavy, I'm sure, told Ozzie and Don Cooper that he had enough left to finish this off. It was a 1-2-3 ninth with 2 strikeouts, and he leaves Choo in the on-deck circle, worried about tomorrow. What a job by Jake Peavy. He was in command from the beginning of the game till the last pitch. Used probably more pitches than he would have liked, but he had just enough left.
And let's check out. There he is, our GMC player of the game, the Jake Meister. What a performance. My goodness, coming off that latissimus dorsi surgery. First time that a major league pitcher has ever had to endure that. There he drops down on Shelley Duncan to get him. Goes upstairs on Hanahan. And there's the final one. And what a lift. What a lift that will give this ball club. And right now, let's go down the field level.
Sarah Cusack here in front of the White Sox dugout with Jake Peavy. Jake, just your first start this season here at US Cellular Field, a 3-hit shutout. How early in this game did you know that you had all your pitches working for you?
You know, it's still early in my recovery and just trying to get back to being the guy I know I can be, the guy Kenny Williams traded for. So, you know, I'm going to keep grinding it out. Tonight was a great night, a lot of good defense we played, and beat a good team. You know, if we want to beat got to beat the teams in front of us. If we want to be the team we're going to be. So, appreciate all the support. I know the Bulls are playing tonight, so we can go cheer on the Bulls now.
We know the type of competitor you are. You know that you've wanted to prove to this home crowd what you can do. How intense were you in telling Ozzie and telling Don Cooper you wanted to finish out this game?
Well, as a starter, you always want to finish what you start, and I didn't have to do too much convincing, but I told them this is my game and I want it. And, you know, fortunately, they gave me the chance and it worked out.
You guys trying to turn things around here, playing the first place Cleveland Indians. What does it do for the team to have a night like this tonight to build on?
Well, I mean, to beat a guy who's been so tough on us, Masterson's been outstanding, was outstanding again tonight. So to come away with a win, this first game of just a 2-game series, you know, you got to beat the first place team. This is the first place team. We're trying to catch them, but we've got a lot of baseball left, and I believe in these guys in the black and white.
All right, thank you, Jake. Congratulations.
All right. Sox win it 1-0 behind the shutout from Jake Peavy. So for my partner, the Stone Pony Steve Stone, our director Jim Anjo, our producer Mike Leary, our associate producer Dave Ross, our technical manager Mark Harper, the executive producer Jim Carno Jr., also for the mayor Mean Joe Grube, and up here in the booth with us Mike Mayer, Frank Leone, Frank D'Amato. This is the Hawk. So long, everybody.